Hi, I'm Chas from Chas's Crazy Creations. Welcome to Hometalk. Today we're going to be creating easy gift ideas and things that you can sell on Etsy. Let's get started. For this first project, you're going to need a wood burning set, some carbon paper, and a wooden spoon. First, I have a piece of carbon paper that I cut out and I'll be placing that on the spoon. Next, I have a little printable of what I want it to say and I'll be placing that on top of the carbon paper and I'll be centering it up. Now you could either tape this in place with some stencil tape or you can hold it, and now you're just going to take a pen or a pencil and you're going to trace over the letters so that it transfers onto your spoon. And then you're going to remove the carbon paper and you can see that it traced onto the spoon, and now it's ready to be wood burned. Next, I've warmed up my wood burning tool and it's ready to be used. So now, just like a pen, you're going to trace over the letters with the tool. And that's how easy it is. Now you can build on this idea and you can do spooning since and then do a date that you personalize for people. You can also do other designs. Of course, you can also do the handle if you want. You can do the back side. You can also not stop with just spoons. You can do cutting boards or anything that's really wood jewelry boxes. You can do maybe salad tongs. So lots of possibilities and lots of ways to personalize it. For our next project, we're going to be doing some etching. So you'll need something made of glass. I'll be using a mug for this. You'll also need an adhesive stencil and you'll need some etching cream. So the first thing you want to do is clean your glass. So wash it and then rub it all down with rubbing alcohol. This will free it from all oils, dirt, and debris. Next, I'm going to take my adhesive stencil and I'm going to place it onto my mug. I'm going to make sure to press firmly and make sure it adheres really nicely so that the etching cream doesn't go underneath the letters of the stencil. Now you could do one side or two, it's really your choice, and if the person's right-handed or left-handed, you can decide which place you want your stencil to go. Next, I'm going to take the etching cream and I'm going to dab it onto the stencil. I want to make sure every letter is coated and you want to give it a generous amount, but being careful not to go over the edges of the stencil. One of the things you can do if you feel like your stencil is too close to the edge, you can add a layer of stencil tape or something to protect your edges so that you don't go over, giving you a little bit more room or a buffer. So I'm going to continue putting this on and then we're going to let it sit for, the bottle recommends about 10 minutes. You can leave it on longer, but once we're done, we will be rinsing it off. One thing I want to remind everyone is that brush strokes do matter. So I tend to just put it on pretty thick and then I don't have to worry about the brush strokes. So the time is up and so now it's just time to wash it off. So all I'm going to do is go ahead and rub off the etching cream. Now I did wear a glove for this so that my hand is not touching the etching cream. I'm going to clean that out of the stencil the best that I can. When I pretty much have it washed off, I'm going to go ahead and peel off the stencil. And the best part about these is I can wash this off and reuse it later. So I'm going to finish washing off the top. And then we're going to let it dry and see how it looks. Here it is all finished, and there are so many possibilities with adhesive stencils, lots of choices out there. But that's not all. Anything that's glass you can etch. So you can do recycled bottles, you can do candle holders, mirrors. The possibilities are really endless again with this concept as well. And we have a whole Hometalk TV episode dedicated to all kinds of options that we'd love for you to check out. For our next project, we're going to create some magnets, and you'll need some Mod Podge and some magnets and flat glass rocks. For this first magnet, I'm going to take the glass rock and I'm going to put the Mod Podge on the back of the glass rock. Now I'm going to place a sticker onto the back of the glass rock. Now you could use stickers, You could use napkins, you can use wrapping paper, you can use photos, which is one of my other favorites. And all you're gonna do is place that sticker onto the back. Now Mod Podge goes on white but dries clear. Now you could stop here, but I'm gonna go ahead and wait for this to dry and then add one more thing. Now while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm gonna show you another option, and we're gonna use some nail polish. I'm gonna start by putting the nail polish on the back of the glass rock, and you can put as much or as little, and it doesn't have to be expensive nail polish. It can be inexpensive nail polish, of course, for these projects. So now while that one is drying, and this one's pretty much done, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that glitter onto the back of this one. I'm just trying to fill in the gaps that are missing. Now that both of these are dry, we're gonna go ahead and add another layer so that I can have a solid background to both of these. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paint a solid layer onto the back. Now, if you didn't want to use nail polish, another option would be acrylic or craft paint. And you can just paint a background on if you like. One of the things that you can do with paint is you can put, say you wanted to make a heart. You would paint on the heart, let it dry, and then you would go ahead, paint on a background. So by layering it, you can create a 3D effect and paint on as well flowers or personalize it however you want to that way. Now once I have this all on here, we're gonna go ahead and let this dry. Now that these are dry, we're gonna go ahead and add the magnets. So I'm just gonna put a little hot glue onto the magnet and then press it onto the glass stone. So these are so easy to make and can be personalized in so many ways. So one super simple idea and so many possibilities. These are great for kids' lockers, they can be adjusted for holidays, and the possibilities are really endless. For our last project, you'll need a stainless steel cup or water bottle, a Dremel engraver, and some stencils. First, I'm gonna place the stencils onto the water bottle. Now that the stencils are on, I'm gonna go ahead and color it in with a dry erase marker. Now you could use a permanent marker if you want, but in case you decide that you don't like where the design is placed when you peel this off, you have the ability with a dry erase marker to change it if you like. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish coloring all this in, and then we'll talk about the next step. Now that it's all colored in, I'm gonna carefully peel off the stencils. Now I'm gonna use my Dremel engraver to etch the water bottle, and I'm gonna be making sure that I wear my safety goggles and my sound headsets as well. So here's my letter C, and I'm gonna continue to engrave the whole piece until the entire thing is done. And here it is all finished and all the engraving is done. So again, another easy project that can be personalized in a lot of different ways, and you can use stainless water bottles or stainless steel travel coffee mugs, but stainless things that can be engraved with a Dremel engraver. So let's go ahead and take one more look at all of these projects. We have the wood burn spoon, the etched glass, the glass rock magnets, and the engraved water bottle. I hope this inspires you to make some personalized gifts or some projects to sell on Etsy. Again, I'm Chas from Chas's Crazy Creations. Thanks for watching Home Talk, and I'll see you next time.